9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Discussing everything about the afterlife and spirit world. Coming to you all the way from Ireland, it's Sandie Byrne.
This is Sandie, host of the Life After Life podcast. I want to invite you to become a patron of the podcast. For just €5 per month, you will get ad-free content, video episodes, exclusive events and discounts throughout the year as a thank you for your support. Check out the link to my Patreon page in the description box attached, or go to Patreon and search for Life After Life with Sandie Byrne. Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Life After Life with me, Sandie Byrne. And this is episode number 112 of the podcast, but it's episode number 17 of our summer snippet series, where I'm answering all of your questions that you've been sending in to me. And today I want to talk about whether or not connecting with spirit can have a physical effect on me. And the answer to this is yes. Okay, I mean, those of you who know me and have been following me for a while will know I'm always tired. I'm always moaning about being tired. But yes, connecting with spirit is very, very tiring, okay? Because it takes a lot of energy. And, you know, there's a few other things that, you know, if you're planning on, you know, developing your mediumship, there's a few other things that you need to learn as well. Just to, you know, to look after yourself or to, you know, make the most of your mediumship ability. One is not to take any medication. You know, I mean, obviously if you have medication for your blood pressure or anything like that, of course you can take that. But I'm talking about, you know, painkillers and such. Because, you know, whenever you take a painkiller or something, you're dulling your senses, okay, so that you don't feel pain. But if you're very physical with your mediumship like I am, and you rely on what you feel from spirit, well, then you're not going to feel them coming in with the different feelings if you have numbed your senses. Okay, so that's a very important one to learn. The other thing about mediumship is that it can dehydrate you. Okay, so I suppose anything where you, I suppose, are, you know, physically doing something dehydrates you. You know, mediumship too does dehydrate you. So you need, you know, people always see me, I always have a bottle of drink with me, not vodka or anything, but just water or juice or whatever. And I'm always sipping away, okay? And then it's very important to understand that when you're doing mediumship, or even when you're going for a reading, you really should not have alcohol taken, okay? Because alcohol dehydrates you and it affects your energy. And so does mediumship. So if you're putting one on top of the other, okay, that's a no-no, okay? Now, I don't drink alcohol anyway, so for me, that's an easy one. But, you know, if you were going for a reading, it wouldn't be very wise to have had drink taken. But as regards, you know, apart from being tired, yes, I suppose, you know, there's sometimes when, you know, work is really busy, like, for example, during the pandemic, you know, work was really busy, people had time off, everybody wanted a reading and stuff. And I didn't have a day off for nearly 2 years. And, you know, that had a huge effect on my health. And it was my own fault, you know, because I can't say no. But, you know, all of that, you know, the dehydration, the exhaustion, and then sometimes it's very hard to shake off what you get from, you know, from a spirit. You know, different things, apart from the physical things, you know, maybe sometimes of how they died, maybe pain in the lungs, pain in the kidneys, you know, whatever might have happened with the person who died. It can be sometimes hard to shake that off afterwards. And even sometimes if you're connecting with somebody who's very impatient, some of these people will begin to come through from the night before. Okay, so I wake up all aches and pains, you know, and so that can have a physical effect. But yeah, when I find I get very run down very quickly if I don't pace myself. And, you know, as I say, I'm very bad to say no. So I hate asking people to wait 3, 4, 5, 6 months for a reading. So I'm always trying to pack in as much as I can. So I'm my own worst enemy. But without going into too much detail and giving you specific examples from readings, I hope that gives you some insight into how you need to look after yourself if you're beginning your spiritual journey, and if you're learning to connect with spirit or hoping to connect with spirit or whatever. First be kind to yourself, and then you can start being kind to spirit and to people who are looking for something from you. But as the old saying goes, you can't drink from an empty glass. So you need to look after your own energy. So water would be the main thing that I would say to you, to make sure you drink all of the time, and not to overdo it like I do. Okay. And sometimes, I'm not saying it's bad, there are times when I'm really, really tired that I can do the best readings. And then there's other times where, I might be really, really tired and I can't read at all. Okay, so, it just depends. So I would say to you, just be kind to yourself and see what happens. Okay, guys, so I'm going to leave it at that for this episode. I hope this makes sense to you, and I will catch you in the next episode of Life After Life. So until then, take care and stay safe.
Discussing everything